Welcome to Lesson 5, Working with Open Educational Resources. My name is Hui-Ya Chuang. I'm the Language Technology Specialist at Center of Language and Technology. Today we're going to talk about Open Educational Resources. You often call OER. You must have heard this term before, wondering what it is. It's Open Educational Resources. So we'll talk about what is OER, what are the benefits of OER, how you can adopt OER in your PBLL project, and what is most importantly, what is Creative Commons license and how you can adopt it in your project. Okay, what is open? My favorite quote is from David Wiley. Open is sharing. That's the core of Open Educational Resources. Share your resource, share your opinion, share your plan, share your comments. To succeed, you must share. That's the core of Open Educational Resources. So if you try to Google online what is OER, you will find various definitions. This is my favorite one. OER are teaching, learning, and research resources that reside in the public domain or have been released under an intellectual property license that permit their free use and repurposing by others. Open educational resources include 4 courses, course materials, modules, textbooks, streaming videos, tests, software, and any other tools, materials, or techniques used to support access to knowledge. So this says that if you found a video online with unknown author based on license, you cannot use it as OER. OER is a public material under a public license, and it's not just one material. It can be a full course, a course syllabus, a video, or a test you found. Okay. Just a little overview about OER. This is a little timeline about when OER started and what we're looking at right now. So in 1998, David Wiley studied the content of Open Content License. And then in 2001, MIT proposed their Open Courseware project. And in 2002, the first set of Creative Commons license was released. In the same year, the term Open Educational Resources, OER, was used in international conference. And everyone heard about Khan Academy. They were founded in 2006. If you haven't heard about it, this site can go access open resource. You can complete a course. You won't get a credit, but you will get a badge once you complete a course in different progress. In the same year, there are the universities that follow MIT's movement. They start opening their course online, like Open Learn from Open University at UK. And in 2008, the first MOOC course was opened. So I believe I heard about MOOC before. And when we move on to 2012, Coursera was founded. So in Coursera, there are Towson University open course in Coursera. You can register the course for free, or you can pay to get a certified license at the end. And in 2012, the Times Magazine released New York Times released an article called 2012, the year of MOOC. Because that was the year a lot of colleges started promoting the MOOC course and the peak of the MOOC. Just a little overview, we can see starting from 2001 to 2012, there are so many movements going on with open education and OER. Okay, so why are we talking about OER? What are the benefits of adopting OER? Well, there are several, depends on who you ask. First, let's start with students. For students, they can have access to high-quality materials. They can get authentic and real-life learning experience through OER. They are better able to see or apply knowledge in a wider context. They also have freedom to access language material and opportunity to learn without additional cost. Now let's talk about teachers. They can have access to quality peer-reviewed material to enhance the curriculum and the opportunity to collaborate with peers globally. Okay, so where can we find OER? We talk about the benefit, the history. Here are a few examples. The first one is the Creative Commons site. When you go to their search under Creative Commons, this is the page you will see. But I want to draw attention to the first area, the red box. It shows used for commercial purpose. By default, this box is checked. Make sure to uncheck this box because we're not looking for the material for commercial purpose. It's for educational purpose. And under the search option, you can see there are different options you can use. Are you looking for image? Are you looking for web content, media, music, or video? So choosing the criteria that match your need and search a keyword that you needed. The next one is the Center for Open Educational Resource and Language Learning at the University of Texas in Austin. In this website, you can see language materials on the different languages, Arabic, Chinese, and all those more than 10 languages here. In the UCLA Language Material Project, here they provide options for you to search OER by different criteria: language, material, level, and audience. So, the next one, we're talking about the quality of OER. One important factor is peer review OER. When you go to the Mānoa site, you can see that when you search OER material, it will show you the peer review and user rating. It can also show you a comment via discussion, which is a very useful feature. So if you're thinking about, oh my God, I don't remember what this website talk about, don't worry. Just go to lesson 5 and more to consider. We have a table for you. This is a table we have in lesson 5. So we have categories like open repositories for instructional material, dictionaries, tools, and OER search engine. So we'll have all the links there for you, so we don't have to worry about memorizing and writing down all those links. Okay. So before we talk about what is Creative Commons license, I want to share you the 4R from David Wiley. David Wiley, when he proposed the open content, he used the 4R: reuse, revise, remix, and redistribute. So talk about our right to use the material and to share and to mix. That's why he created Creative Commons license to use it as an open license to use. So what is Creative Commons license? Creative Commons license, also called CC license, it was first released in 2002. It is a public license. A CC license is used when an author wants to give people the right to share, use, and to build upon works that he created. CC license provide an author flexibility to share the work and protect those who use this material from concerns on copyright infringement, provided that they adhere to the requirement. So let's look at what our license we have. On this page, on the left side, you can see the 4 most important elements of Creative Commons license. The first one is attribution, means that you have to credit back to original creator. Second one, share alike, means if you use this license, the material under this license, your new work had to be shared under the same license. No derivative means you cannot change or mix the original content. No commercial means no commercial use. So on the right-hand side, you can see a list of different licenses. The first one is public domain, which means no right reserved is the most open license. You don't have to credit back to the original creator. You can make use it any way you want and share it. And the second one, attribution, also called CC-BY. This is the license that lets others distribute, remix, tweak, and build upon your work, even commercially, as long as they credit you for the original creation. Okay, the next one, attribution share alike, CC-BY-SA. This license let others remix, tweaks, and build upon your work, even for commercial purpose, as long as they credit you and license their new creation under the identical term. So that's what the share alike license for. And the next one, attribution, no derivative, CC-BY-ND. This license allows people to share your work commercially or non-commercially, but they cannot change your content. They cannot combine with another material. They cannot crop it, chop it anywhere. They have to keep it as whole, and they have to credit back to you. So when you look at the first 3, attribution, share alike, and non-derivative, then the next set, they just add non-commercial to it. So it looks very complicated, but if you divide into 2 different sets, the first 3 allows commercial use, and the second 3 doesn't allow commercial use. So that's how I can define the different Creative Commons license. So if you look at the list from the top, it's the most open one, and the bottom one is the most restricted one. The attribution, non-commercial, non-derivative work. So you cannot use for commercial purpose, you cannot change anything or mix anything, and you do credit back to original creator. Okay, so why are we talking about Creative Commons license? The data here shows by 2014, there are over 8,082 million work under Creative Commons license. So the chances are when you find any OER material online, you will have to use Creative Commons license. Or if you want to share your work, you will have to know what's the rule of Creative Commons license. So it's very important to know what they are and what are the restrictions. Okay, so when I adopt something in my course, how can I make sure that I shared it properly or credit back to the original author properly? So here are the four elements you need when you want to attribute to CC license. First is title, second author, source, and license. It sounds complicated, so here's an example. I found this image on Creative Commons, a Flickr Creative Commons search, and how can I credit back to the original user? So there are two examples. First, Creative Commons 10th birthday celebration, San Francisco. That's the title by PBLL, the author, and it's licensed under CC BY 2.0. That's the license. So where is the source? Everything is linked back to a source. The title linked back to the original page of the image, and the author's name linked back to the author's page in the in the Flickr page, and the CC BY 2.0 linked to the page of Creative Commons describing what is a CC BY license. Oh, if you are thinking about you don't want to use a text, you can also insert CC BY image as a second example, but make sure you always credit back, you always link it back to original source, which will help people. It's not just you. Also, when you list it under your license, and if you found something online, you're not sure what license is under, they have a link as the icon you can see here. When you click icon, you can always go back to original page and to read a description about what is this license, what are limitations, and how you can use it. So this is how you can attribute the CC license work. Okay, so what if I found, for example, in my language course, I found a video and an audio, I want to combine them together. Which license can I use, which one I cannot? Just remember, not every license are compatible with others. So here are the rules. If just look at the table, the top down and the one on the left. So if I have a public domain license, I can combine that with any public domain license, but I cannot combine it with a non-commercial license. Okay, let's try a few examples here. So if you look at on the top, the third from the left is the CC BY license. If I have a video, that's a CC BY license, and I have an audio, a music I love to combine with the CC BY license, but it's a CC BY ND. Can I combine it? The answer is no, because ND means no derivative. So you cannot combine any other material with a no derivative license. So if you're thinking about combining materials in your course, use this chart as a reference. And this is also in our lesson 5 material. So understanding the CC license is not just a way to find the information, also to protect yourself. Make sure you are using the right license under the right condition. And also, if you want to share your work, which license can you use to best share your purpose? Okay, so we understand what is OER, where can I find OER, and what kind of license I can use. But how can I choose what's the right OER for my class? So here are some suggestions. First, matching the learner's needs. What's your learner? What's the language background? What's their level? To understand what their needs for this material. And align with your course objectives. And to make sure the source is authentic and reliable, this is one concern about some YouTube video. If you found a video on YouTube, you can embed in your course if it's under Creative Commons license. However, there's a concern to make sure that at least one day they could be removed or disappear. So we will usually suggest that find video from your university library, which is more reliable. Also, if you can find material like from the Mānoa website, which has peer review and feedback, it will be more useful to hear how other people are using it, what are their comments and suggestions on it. Also, make sure it's easy for students to use and to access, not just for students, also for instructor. If you are sharing it with other instructors, make sure it's easy to use and to access. And also make sure they're under open license. If you see something says all rights reserved, you cannot use the license unless you have the permission of the original creator. Okay, next one, we talk about the project blueprint. One of the options under project blueprint, project blueprint is the content, what open education resource we use in this project. So we suggest I use a chart like this to define what are the OER used and to also document it. For example, what's the language, what level, what's the order, what resource type it is, and a little description, what license is under, original resource link. Because we found out usually what happens is this resource, like YouTube video, it may disappear in 2 months. And if you have to go back to replace that resource, you have the document with you, you know what it is, what's the purpose of this resource. It's much easier to find a similar material for replacement. Okay, so this is my talk about open educational resource. We are open for questions. Thank you. Really? No question? You want to make me sing? So I just want to share one article I read. They mentioned that a lot of faculty, they are having difficult time finding OER for their course because there are so many search engines and they are not sure which one they should go to, and they want to find something with peer review information. So when they come to me and ask that, I will suggest them to go to Mānoa website because it does have the peer review and the feedback feature that they can use. And also in terms of adapting the OER in your course, it is very time consuming. It could be a little time consuming in the beginning because you need to understand the license rules, or how can you attribute back to original creator. But it's worth the time because you can get a higher quality resource. You're not just limited to your textbook information or textbook exercise. And according to the Act 4 standard, when we want to determine the proficiency level of your language learner, you need to adapt them in the real life situation, in the real life case, not just a textbook scenario. So that's one big benefit of OER.
Okay, this is Jim Yoshioka. We have a question. Is it necessary to include OER in our blueprint?
No, it's not necessary. We just want to let you know if a basic information about OER. If you do want to include OER in your course or your blueprint, how you can find them and what's the license you can use.